put it on screen. All right. So here are different forms of asexual. So, asexual. There's the asexual flag. Um, Asexuality, most well known of the aspec. Many people who identify with one of the subcategories of asexuality will use asexual when talking about their identity in public because it's the easiest to explain. So yes, this asexual, this is a umbrella term. Yeah, I might get I want to get the flag, yo, a heart pin for my hat because I got my other two pride pins. Yeah, see, I gotta get a third pride pin, yo. Um, okay. So yeah, let's okay. Aromantic. Aromanticism, is what could be described as the romantic orientation counterpart to asexuality. Similar to asexuality, someone who identifies with a subcategory of aromanticism may simply call themselves aromantic because it's simpler and easier to explain. The definition of aromanticism simply someone who does not experience romantic attraction to anyone. Uh, like with asexuality, an aromantic person might still choose to engage in a romantic relationship or not. Many aromantic people will enter into what are called queer platonic partnerships. These partnerships are, as the name implies, platonic in nature. One might have the instinct to compare this idea to having a best friend, but that isn't accurate. A QPP will have the same level of commitment as a romantic relationship. They may live together, have children, or even get married. Major life decisions are made jointly. The only real difference is that the relationship is platonic rather than romantic. Um, so yeah, that's a thing. I guess I should have read the whole one for asexual. Um, so a simple definition is someone who does not experience sexual attraction towards anyone. Uh, See, that's too limiting though. It's important to remember, however, that the attraction and the action are not always the same. Okay, that is a good distinction to make. Some asexuals may be repulsed by the idea of sexual contact and won't engage in it, but others may be sex neutral or sex positive and will have sex. Some asexuals have a libido or will masturbate, but won't be open to sex with someone else, while others may not have a libido but will have sex with a partner because of a sense of connection that comes from it. Everyone experiences asexuality differently, so it's important to not make assumptions about an asexual person or their experiences. And that's a good rule in general. But let's see. Um, let's go more specific. Gray asexual or gray romantic. Gray asexuality and gray romanticism describe anyone who falls in some area between being asexual and sexual, or aromantic and romantic. This identity is especially idiosyncratic as the experiences of gray asexual and gray romantics vary wildly. People who identify with either of these labels can include, but are in no way limited to, people who do not normally experience attraction but do sometimes, people who experience attraction but have a low sex drive, and people who can enjoy or desire sex or romantic relationships but under very limited and specific circumstances. These identities, uh, the identities to follow can all fit underneath the gray asexual or gray romantic labels if the person identifying with it chooses to. So just like asexual is an umbrella term and gray asexual can fall under that, gray asexual or gray romantic can also be a way to say that you're, partially asexual or aromantic, but not completely. You may have, exceptions or whatever. Um, so yeah, so far I fall under this one to some extent. I fall under this one to some extent, and this is also what I've labeled myself as many times, demisexual, which I also identify with. Um, Here, demisexual and demiromanticism are subsets of asexuality and aromanticism, respectively, as are the rest of the identities in this list. Demi is French for half, and was first coined to describe a person who does not experience attraction to an individual until a significant emotional bond has been formed. That is usually me. If I'm going to form any a sexual attraction to someone, it is always after I have formed some kind of emotional bond or love towards a person. I generally don't want to engage in sexual contact at all unless I have that bond, which is why I identify closely with demisexual. This works off the idea of primary attraction and secondary attraction. Primary attraction is based is an attraction to people based on first impressions, such as appearance, or how they smell. Secondary attraction to people that develops over time and forms out of the relationship one has with a person and their emotional connection. This can be both applied to romantic attraction and sexual attraction. Demisexuals or demiromantics do not experience primary attraction, but do experience secondary attraction. And yeah, that's probably like again a rough way I would use to describe what I experience. All these flags, well, like these flags have been so far umbrella ones, and then when you get more specific, demisexual is probably the most specific one that I identify with so far. But yeah, let's continue. Let's see what else there is. God, can I read this? Reciprosexual or recipromantic. Holy fuck. These terms describe someone who does not experience sexual / romantic attraction to someone until they know that the person is attracted to them. That's an interesting one. So I guess you would have like no interest to most people sexually or romantically unless it's like, oh, they want to fuck you. And it's like, oh really? Ooh, they want to fuck me. Damn. You know. Like, yeah, that could totally be a thing. I don't really identify with that at all. So there you go. There's the first flag that I didn't take as my own. All right. I also don't identify with any of the because I'm not aromantic. I'm asexual, not aromantic. These are two different things, right? You got to remember that too. All right. Next one. God, this one is even reciprosexual, recipro. Okay, that sounds better, I guess. Okay, this one's probably going to be even harder. Achiosexual. Achioromantic. This identity has been through several name changes and may also be called achio acoin sexual or acoin romantic, lithsexual or lithromantic, and okay, yeah, achiosexual and achioromantics may experience sexual / romantic attraction, but that attraction fades if it's reciprocated. Okay, so these are people who they'll be attracted to you. They'll be like, damn, that person's kind of fine, yo, they're hot. But then like they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm oh, they're into me. Yeah, I'm kind of interested too. Then and then they'd be like, oh, now like I'm not attracted to you anymore. You are now less attractive to me because you're attracted to me. I I could see that almost, where it's like, yeah, like maybe like, oh, like the desperation of someone wanting to fuck you makes them not attractive, or like I don't know, whatever. Not whatever. Like, this is a valid identity. Absolutely it is. But yeah. Uh I'm back, can't sleep. What up, Nachtalb? Welcome. Yes. We're diving into asexual identities, which is we're learning. We're learning a lot. Like, achiosexual or achioromantic people are only attracted to people, or they may experience sexual attraction to someone, but it fades if it's reciprocated, which is interesting. Fucking finally. I mean, hell yeah, Pog. This is the ace segment. Fuck yeah. We've gone over Akoi. Okay, fine. I can't pronounce shit. I'm trying. Yeah, we've gone over the umbrella term asexual, the umbrella term aromantic, the umbrella terms of gray sexual and gray romantic, demisexual, the more specific terms demisexual, which I identify with, and demi-romantic, which I don't. Um, Wait, someone in the chat already told me. Reciprosexual, which is people that, yeah, demisexual, only attracted to someone they have feelings for or a strong bond with. And I guess demi-romantic would be the same thing. You only have, you're only romantically attracted to someone that you have a bond with first, right? Yeah, something like that. Recipro. God, these words. I love it. I love it. Um, does not experience sexual attraction to someone until they know that the person is attracted to them. Um, and then the person who, the achiosexual, God, who, acoisexual, God, um, is, yeah, it fades if reciprocated. Next one, I guess this is the last one, is Aeroflux and Aceflux. Uh, someone who is someone who is Aceflux or Aeroflux has a sexual or romantic orientation that fluctuates along the spectrum between being asexual and sexual, and aromantic and romantic. Some people who are Aceflux or Aeroflux will always stay within the asexual or aromantic spectrum, while others may occasionally fall outside of it. So I guess Aceflux would also be one that could fit to my identity, but the one I'm probably most comfortable identifying with is demisexual. Maybe like demi-gray. I Demi-flux. You can, that's the thing, you can mix and match. Like, it does, you can, right? It doesn't just have to be one thing. There's probably other ones that aren't on here, but that was pretty comprehensive. For I found this looks like a more, the Trevor Project. I don't know what this is. It looks like a thing that, oh, this is an article, but like it looks like a site. I don't know. It's for things. I don't know. Demisexual. This has different. What's demisexual? People who only experience sexual attraction once they form a strong emotional connection. Gray A. People who identify somewhere between sexual and asexual. Queer platonic. People who experience a type of non-romantic relationship where there is an intense emotional connection that goes beyond traditional friendship. Um, Aces commonly use hetero, homo, bi, and pan in front of the word romantic to describe who they experience romantic attraction to. For example, a person who is heteroromantic might be attracted to people of the different sex or gender, but not in a sexual way. Yes, well, I am definitely gay. Definitely a lesbian.